To business, then. Orlais sent a dozen wardens to the vigil to await your arrival. Nearly all died in the attack, but Christophe is still in the field. The Orlesian wardens were uneasy that the Darkspawn weren't going to ground with the Blight ended. Christophe was sent to track down some leads. A fortnight ago, he left in a bustle. As best we figure, he went to the city, Amaranthine. Only so many places travelers visit. I check the inns and taverns. You did, but not to me. The wardens keep their own counsel. Wiser men than I have worried over that. One of the wardens said the archdemon's strength gave the Horde some semblance of purpose. If they found some other purpose...
Warden Commander, a pleasure to meet you. I'm Mistress Wolsey, sent by order of the First Warden at Whitehart. I'm to act as treasurer of the Arling of Amaranthine. He believed local men could not be trusted for this post.
One of those local men is right here, Mistress Wolsey.
I have every confidence in the Vigil's loyalty in the matter of arms. But gold corrupts even the most resolute soul. Not Weishaupt itself. I'm from many places. I go where the Wardens command. Sir, the Arling is on the brink of economic collapse. Trade must flow. Merchant caravans are being systematically attacked somewhere along the Pilgrim's Path. It is the only route that can reliably provision an army, feed a city, and maintain civilization. It is the road here from Denerim. You can see why it would be important. In the city of Amaranthine there is a trader, Mervis, whose caravans have been hit particularly hard. He may know where along the road the Darkspawn, or whatever they are striking. The Fereldans are a proud people. They are proud of you especially. Had the First Warden sent foreign fighters, it would have caused great distrust amongst the locals. Barrel was specifically chosen as seneschal because he commands great respect here. Very well, Commander.
Commander?
This is Sir Garavel, the new captain of the guard.
I have a matter to bring to your attention. Potentially urgent. The Orlesians, wardens, I mean, began gathering information while they were here. The most promising lead they found was a wild tale a couple of hunters told. These hunters, Colbert and, well, the other one, claim to have stumbled across an entrance to the deep roads. Darkspawn all over the place, they said. And this was before the fiends appeared throughout the whole Arling. The Wardens were just about to send someone to track down Colbert. Colbert and his friend are in the city of Amaranthine. Probably amongst the refugees outside the city gate. Commander.
Mistress Wolsey says I can set up shop here. The merchant you saved was grateful to be alive. Restocked me for a bargain. The savings are yours, of course. You need anything, Commander?
Yes!
The Tower of Magi has sent me as an ambassador, Commander. In addition to my diplomatic function, I'm a competent enchanter and runesmith. Is there anything you need? Certainly.
Should we get a move on?
Yes.
Blimey, Commander of the Grey. Right. A while back they caught a thief in the vigil. Took 4 wardens to capture him. Gave one of the wardens a black eye, he did. Half joking, they said he might make a good recruit. He's in the dungeon, sir. I also have some letters. Arrived just before you did. Just give me a moment.
don't mean to alarm you, Commander, but it's possible there are still Darkspawn in the Vigil. Let me explain. You know Dworkin? That mad dwarf's bombs shook the whole keep. Some of the deep cellars caved in. I suspect that there are pockets of Darkspawn below, trapped. In time, they may dig their way out. We have men who can unearth the rubble at your command. Whenever you're ready, I can take you to the basement. Of course.
You're quite the dirty little dwarf, aren't you?
You're quite the dirty little mage.
I do my best. Still, I'm no ale-swilling mountain of belches like you.
And I'm no winking, slack-jawed coward like you.
True, we should form a club.
Commander, so this is human construction, is it? My brother said you'd need a stonemason, but he didn't know the half of it. That I am. A proper Orzammar mason. Although, I suppose I'm a surfacer now. The Darkspawn did a number on this keep of yours, but I suspect it was crumbling well before they showed up. Your seneschal gave me some fancy decree promising men and monies to fix the vigil, but it's a paltry sum. I suppose it would be sufficient to reconstruct the walls to human standards, but who'd want that? I'm not certain of the character of the stone in these parts, but we'd need more men for certain. Proper skilled men, not some starving dusters, right? Which all boils down to coin, really. Don't take too long about it. It'll take a while to rebuild, and the Darkspawn aren't patient.
Did we have to come all this...
Ah, Warden Commander. I represent Master Wade, the finest...
and bloody coldest? I can't feel my fingers.
finest armorer in Denerim. I thought, well, we thought that you might have need of an armorer.
My one glittering moment. The highlight of my career. And now I'm stuck at Turnip Keep.
Vigil's Keep. Vigil! Sorry, Warden Commander. You know how he gets.
You don't have to tell me.
This is a temporary relocation. The Darkspawn are most active around Amaranthine. We thought we could help.
And I suppose the money the Crown paid us had nothing to do with it?
Shh!
Providing arms and armor for common soldiers. Oh, the indignity. If we are going to be so dreadfully plebeian, I don't suppose Amaranthine has any proper medal. Silverite? Viridium? Or are we back to bronze weapons, stone clubs?
Wade has, a point. He's happiest and fastest when presented with a challenge. If you come across any deposits of ore, let us know. Oh, of course.
emptied out my stores blasting those darkspawn. Once we're done with repairs, we should talk.
I'm off. All right.
Ah, Commander. Good thing you're here. This one's been locked up 3 nights now. Good men died while this one was protected in his cell. He won't give his name. All I know is he was caught poking around the estate in the middle of the night. I'd say he was just a thief. But it took 4 Grey Wardens to capture him. You best be careful. Whoever he is, he's no ordinary burglar, that's for sure. As you wish, Commander. I'll tell the Seneschal you came. He'll want to know what you decide to do with this man.
Going.
If it isn't the great hero, conqueror of the blight and vanquisher of all evil. Aren't you supposed to be 10 feet tall with lightning bolts shooting out of your eyes? Somehow I just thought that my father's murderer would be, more impressive. I am Nathaniel Howe. My family owned these lands until you showed up. Do you even remember my father? My father served the hero of Riverdane and fought against the Orlesians. Yet our family lost everything. I came here. I thought I was going to try to kill you, to lay a trap for you. But then I realized I just wanted to reclaim some of my family's things. It's all I have left. If you're asking whether I knew what he was up to, the answer is no. I was squired in the Free Marches. Look, I know you're a hero. You fought a war and you won, and to the victor go the spoils, right? Whatever my father did, however, shouldn't harm my whole family. The Howes are pariahs now. Those of us left. It's all thanks to you. And now you get to decide my fate. Ha! Ironic, isn't it? You're right. I'll go join King Alistair's service immediately. He'd be certain to give a Howe another chance. I'm not without skills. My time abroad wasn't spent chasing skirts and drinking wine. Hunting, scouting, poisons. Why? What do you care? If you let me go... I don't know. I only came back to Ferelden a month ago. If you let me go, I'll probably come back here. You might not catch me next time. I could lie, if you prefer. The Darkspawn are a menace. If it weren't for the Blight, maybe my father would never have done what he did. But I can't do anything about them, can I? There's just you and the Grey Wardens, here in my home. The house served Ferelden for 12 generations. My ancestors served under King Calenhad, and now it's all lost. So go ahead, and do what you're going to do. All ready? Good.
I brought the Seneschal for you, Commander.
I see you've spoken to our guest. Quite the handful, isn't he? Have you decided what's to be done with him? How? He figures that they would turn up again. The Hows are implacable enemies, Commander.
You what?
I'm sorry, Commander. The right of conscription? On the prisoner?
No, absolutely not. Hang me first. I can't decide if this is a vote of confidence or punishment.
An interesting decision, Commander. Come with me, sir. We'll see if you survive the joining. From this moment forth, Nathaniel Howe, you are a Grey Warden.
The moment of truth.
The Howe is stronger than I expected. For better or for worse, he will live. Commander, the Lords of Amaranthine have come to swear fealty to you and the Grey Wardens. These were Al Rendon Howe's vassals. Now they will be yours. Some of these lords bore Rendon no love, but others had their prospects ruined with his demise. Tread carefully, Commander. Lords and ladies, I present the Warden Commander of Ferelden and Arl of Amaranthine.
Commander.
Ban Esmeralda of Amaranthine, as is old custom, you have the honor of beginning.
I promise that I, Ban Esmeralda, will be faithful to the Arl in matters of life, limb, and earthly honor. Never will I bear arms against him or his heirs. So I say, in the sight of the Maker.
I promise that I, Lord Edelbreck...
And so, the ceremony is complete.
Long live the Warden Commander!
I'm here to serve, Commander. I will do what can be done, but you would be wise to keep alert for trading possibilities in your journeys. If you can persuade any merchants to trade here, it would benefit the Vigil considerably. Very well, Commander.
Let me know if you want the nobles cleared out. If you want the ceremony to end, I mean. There's really only two who can offer real support in the war. Lord Edelbreck, master of the Firavel Plains, controls more farmland than anyone else. He's powerful and popular. Ban Esmeralda rules the city, wealthiest in the room by far. She may not be loved, but she cannot be ignored.
Warden Commander, we've all heard so much about you. So many good things, unbelievable things. But many of your deeds cost people here a chance at great advancement. So many fortunes were deeply intertwined with the old Arl. Some nobles here, they seek to end your dominion over them. Perhaps you do not know the full extent of their determination. I've had occasion to intercept some of their missives. They are cryptic things. Any individual message is unintelligible, but together they form a pattern. They mean to end you before you can begin. A deadly coalition. I suppose you don't. Given a few days, I can retrieve the messages. I would have brought them tonight, but I didn't know if warning you would be wise. I've much to lose and precious little to gain. Farewell. We will meet again soon.
It's an honor to have you as our liege, Commander.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Honored to meet you, Warden Commander. You come to us during desperate times.
Not more about your precious farms, Edelbreck.
Some in our Arling do not have the comfort of city walls. On the plains, the situation is dire. As we feast, the peasants on our lands are starving, or worse.
The city's defenses are more important, Edelbreck.
There may be wheat in the silos now, but if the farmers die, where will you get your food? Thank you, my liege.
I see that Lord Edelbreck wastes no time in canvassing you for soldiers to defend his farms. Do not be deceived, Commander. His livelihood is all he cares about. Amaranthine is the jewel of the Arling, and she must be protected. Pragmatism. A farming hovel can be rebuilt with straw and mud. Amaranthine was built over generations. If she falls, then this great Arling will be diminished.
Wealth is well and good, but what measure do you put to human life? The folk in the country outnumber your city dwellers many times over.
I would not be so vulgar as to violate the decorum of this event. Commander.
Let me know if you want the nobles cleared out. If you want the ceremony to end, I mean. Edelbrecht speaks truly, sir, but things are dire. He and Ban Esmeralda both contest the deployment of soldiers. But we don't have enough men. It's a matter of what you want to protect. The city, the land, trade. As you wish. Let me know if you want the nobles cleared out. If you want the ceremony to end, I mean. Do you know the conspirators? The right of high justice is yours, and treachery is a capital offense. Better to be a touch paranoid than turning up face down in a ditch. To proceed, we'd need strong proof, and that'll be hard to gather. There are options. Some I would not recommend. They could turn the nobles fierce. We could have some soldiers try to spy on the nobility. I suppose that might bear fruit. There are also rumors of someone called the Dark Wolf, who finds information for a fee. Dangerous fellow, by all accounts. You could invite a member of each of the noble families to stay as prolonged guests. And if anything untoward happens, well, you get the picture. This is a terribly Orlesian thing to do. I suppose there's little to worry about. Anything else? As you wish, Commander. Clear the hall. The Commander has business to attend to.
Who's there? I was just keeping my nose to the dust. You know, watching out for the Schliets. One of the lads here told me about the Schliets. Said they're common in Ferelden. They lie on the ground, looking like ordinary pairs of pants, until you turn around. That's when they strike. Right! You've heard of them. Pants that eat your eyeballs. After they're done with you, they just wander off on their unnatural pant legs. Best part? Come on, what kind of moron you think I am? Schliets don't lay eggs. That's preposterous. Thought to fool me, did ya?
Funny. Considering all the things that have been taken, it figures this would still be here. My father hated my mother. He only dragged this painting out when my grandmother visited, which was not often. I'd be paraded before her like a soldier on inspection, and she would pick over every flaw while father awaited his turn. That does qualify as a fond memory. I know, it's strange. I was in the Free Marches for almost 8 years. I don't have many memories of my family at all. Anyway, someone should take this down. I think it's staring at me. Yes.
Yes.
You have time to talk about the Darkspawn in the Vigil? Let me explain. You know Dworkin? That mad dwarf's bombs shook the whole keep. Some of the deep cellars caved in. I suspect that there are pockets of Darkspawn. In time, they may dig their way out. Straight away. Here we are. The Vigil goes deep. Real deep. The hallways down here have been crumbling for years and decades. And that blasted Dworkin's explosives didn't do the structure any favors. No one knows. The Vigil's always been here. Since the barbarians, they say. Who knows what's at the bottom? You heard the commander. Put your backs into it. This is where you come in. Who knows what's up ahead? We'll be back here.
You don't actually think your jokes are funny, do you?
Could have sworn that fly was buzzing again.
Yes!
Arr! Let me tell you about my life in one word.
Oh no, don't take me back to the tower. I'm far, far too delicate.
I'm not only a dwarf, I'm a moron. Listen to me fart.
Oh no, big Templar man. What are you going to do with that sword?
Ew.
Don't play with fire unless you want to get burned, son.
She was like a mother to me. We must save her.
Going.
All right.
I'm off. Going.
Yes.
Why does it feel like I'm being dragged around by unseen forces? Oh, I've always wanted one.
Oh, thank the Maker. Please let us out. Quick, before more of those things come.
What? I'll take care of it. They always forbade us from playing in the cellars. Now I know why.
I'm off.
More of these. Let's make this quick! Keep them on their toes! Yes!
All right. I'm off. All right.
Is this what I think it is? It is. That's the How crest burned into the wood right there. This is my grandfather's bow. Or rather, my grandfather was the last to use it. It was originally made for an ancestor during the Exalted Marches. Well, my father hid it away, I guess. I'm surprised he didn't simply have it destroyed. I remember finding it before Father sent me to the Free Marches. A shame for it to sit in storage. Thank you. It's good to have a part of my family's legacy again. Something to be proud of. Adria. We have to help her. There must be some way. Adria.
You murdered a slew of Darkspawn there. Well, you hear the stories about you and the Wardens. But to see it firsthand... Well, I'm impressed. Anyway, it looks like the explosives caved this section in. I brought along Master Voldrick.
So, this is how you humans ply your stonecraft. Disgraceful, that is. What, this would barely last a few centuries. I wager these passages may go far enough to connect to the deep roads. This? Hardly. Give me a few dwarves and we could have her cleared in a week. This is a grave matter. If we don't shut these tunnels, the Darkspawn can attack from below again.
Andraste's blood, there are basement entrances throughout the keep. There's no way to defend against that.
Then we follow the tunnels and hope to find a single point to block off. Never you fear, lass. With the Warden's muscle and my stonecraft, we'll find a way.
We'll need some time, but as soon as we clear it, we'll let you know. Of course.
You're rending house, little blighter.
That's one way of putting it.
They talked about you in the army. Fergus Kuzlin said you wouldn't have the stones to show your face again. But you proved him wrong. I respect that.
You do?
Yeah. Throw caution to the wind, run headlong into danger, and sod the consequences. That's the only way to live.
Thanks. I think.
Yep. Don't you give a piss what the others think. Ogren's got your back.
You're back. You need anything? Oh, this will help a great deal. Viridium.
Armor and weapons could be made with this.
Commander, if you like, we could outfit your men. It wouldn't cost you anything, but some soldiers would have to guard the miners.
So I'm to make armor for all Amaranthine's rabble? Heren, you abuse me so, it's unconscionable.
Commander's orders.
Fine, fine, I'll work. But I want a challenge one day. Something to sink my teeth into.
You're back. You need anything? Oh, of course.
I'm off. All right.
Ah, it's the Warden Commander. The rumors about you did not overstate it. I have a business proposal. Look for me by the house near the gates. I promise it will be worthwhile.
They used to display the heads of traitors over that gate. I suppose my father is lucky his didn't end up there. When the city runs out of supplies, we are all doomed. You don't always wear robes, do you?
Not when I'm naked, I don't.
I mean when you run from the circle. Robes would make you easy to spot.
So does the big I'm a mage sign around my neck. I like to make it easy for the Templars.
Ah, so that's how it's going to be.
Don't touch me! Don't!
Ah, Warden Commander. I knew you'd come. You know an opportunity when it presents itself, no? I offer a partnership that would benefit us both. The bartender at a local inn has overstepped his bounds. He was hired to watch one of the entrances to our den, but now seeks to extort more coin. Terrible, isn't it? A person of your influence would have no trouble convincing him to open the passage. Return to me when this is done.
Hey, what are you staring at? Looking to start something? Oh, here to investigate the chasm, are you? It's about time. I can't take all the credit for finding the rift, you know. Mika here fell in first. Well, it's quite a ways out of town. We were tracking a buck off in that direction, you see, before this darkspawn mess. We'd been on his tail for about a week at that point. I'd wager he thought it was great fun leading us on a merry chase as he did. Oh, the chasm, yes. We saw it coming over a rise. It was really something to behold. A huge cleft, as though the Maker himself had cracked the earth in two, like an egg.
I like eggs.
It looked like someone had tried to build over it, but it must have been abandoned a long time ago. No one in town knew about it. Well, people, I suppose. Maybe even the Darkspawn. Well, of course, we had to investigate. That was when Mika fell in. A shriek like you wouldn't believe, and he was gone.
Earth crumbled, not stable.
Right. And as Mika lay there yelling about his knee or his head or what have you, the Darkspawn appeared. More than a brood and less than a horde. They seemed occupied, like they had someplace really important they had to be. Didn't notice us at all, thank the Maker.
The Darkspawn was so occupied as to overlook two screaming injured men. Boggles the mind.
I marked the chasm on my map so we could avoid it, but sounds like you want to know where it is, so here you go. So, we getting anything for our trouble? Thanks. This'll get me good and drunk at the inn. Take my mind off the trouble out there.
They can't do this to us.
Those smugglers are bastards for taking advantage of the chaos.
Excuse me, but I need to search your packs for smuggled goods. But I have to. Constable's orders. We've been having trouble with smugglers and...
What are you doing, man? Are you accusing the commander of the Grey of smuggling?
But you said everyone...
You are dismissed. I apologize. Smugglers and thieves have all but taken over the city. We could certainly use your help in this. Come speak to me later if you're interested. Ah, Warden Commander. I take it you've decided to help us. With trade slowed to a crawl, smugglers have moved in, selling stolen goods at exorbitant prices. If we could shut down their operation and seize their supplies, we could distribute it to the needy. There is a smuggler doing business in the market. He probably knows where the hideout is. We haven't been able to get anything from him, but maybe you can.
Greetings. Could I interest you in, Wait a minute. My lad said they saw you talking to the... You'll learn not to stick your nose where it don't belong.
Warden Commander! Thank the Maker you're finally here. I was afraid our messages never got through to you. Yes. To put it lightly, our caravans are being attacked. The wagons are burnt to ashes, and there have been no survivors. It's gotten worse lately. People from the neighboring villages have found guards torn limb from limb and left in the village square. We don't know for sure. Communication has been difficult with the attacks, but people in the area said they saw monsters lurking in the shadows. Whatever it is, it's completely crippled trade between Amaranthine and Denerim. No one wants to travel the road through the Wending Wood. Can the Grey Wardens help at all? I suppose I have to be content with that. It is better than nothing. If you can stop the killings, the Merchants Guild will make a hefty donation to your organization. You have my promise.
All right.
You white mages are feared!
Going.
That's a strange place to stop.
Aye, about time you showed up.
Nemea, you're still here.
I keep my promises. Here, turns out you were right. The cache is here in Amaranthine.
It is? You found it?
I did. What you do with that information is up to you. I, for one, am done dealing with mages.
I guess I should thank you.
Damned right you should. You get caught, Anders? I'm not helping you again. That's all I'm saying.
I suppose that requires some explanation. She's normally more welcoming than that. A lot more. Nemea is a friend. Last time I escaped from the tower, I asked her to look into some things. That's why I was in Amaranthine. The Templars thought I'd come to take a ship, but it was to meet her. During the Blight, the Templars moved their store of phylacteries to Amaranthine for safety. My phylactery is among them, Nemea learned. So long as the Templars have that sample of my blood, they can find me. I need to destroy it. What's to stop the Chantry from deciding mages and the Grey Wardens are apostates too? I want to be sure they can't ever find me again. Ever. It is. It really is. I know we're busy killing Darkspawn and all, but the sooner we find this vial, the better I'll feel. Shall we get a move on?
How do the Templars always find you, members?
Incredibly angry.
All right.
There must be some trick.
Against women. The male will never stop.
All right.
My best.
Yes. Need a little rest here. Despite all your bungling.
I hear Hubert's gang got their hands on some moonshine. You think they'll sell some to me?
Hubert hates you.
That's a no, then.
What can I get for you, friend?
Ooh, for me? Ooh. You shouldn't have.
That looks fine indeed.
What can I get for you, friend? Come back soon.
Something I can do for you, friend? And who are you supposed to be that's asking? An elf? Yes, of course. Haven't seen that fellow Christoph for almost a week now. Not sure where he went. His room's paid up to the end of the month. I guess he expected he'd be here a while. Not much. He chatted up Sorsha a bit when she brought him his dinner. Maybe talked to her. Of course. Here you go. It's the last room at the end of the hall. If he comes back and gets upset, however, it's on your head.
I got a sore on my foot from working the fields. Want to see?
That looks fine indeed.
We should rise up.
Huh?
Rise up and take back power. back from all those nosy guards and...
Looking to wet your whistle, stranger? Yes, I remember him. You'll want to speak to my boss over at the bar.
Sure.
Looking to wet your whistle, stranger? We chatted a bit. He was a friendly sort for a Grey Warden. Spent most of his nights here drinking. Wasn't ever loud or too forward. Haven't seen him for maybe a week now. No, he took a lot of notes while he drank. Always writing things down. Maybe there's something in his room. Said he was tracking some Darkspawn, one particular group that's been raiding outside the city. He told me they were acting strange, those Darkspawn. Acting obvious, like they wanted to be caught or something. I expect he caught them. Probably why he hasn't been back, right? My pleasure. Send him my best when you see him.
I'll do it, you just watch.
I'll get on it. Immediately.
Who do you think would win in a fight? Andraste or the Archdemon?
The Archdemon.
But Andraste could call on the Maker.
That would be cheesy.
Going.
So, you think there's an apothecary around here somewhere? Well, yeah, I don't want to bother you with this, you being my boss and all. Right. Look, for the past few days I've had this burning rash. The skin's actually got a sort of greenish look to it. I didn't touch anything. You know, I bet it's that Grey Warden stuff we had to drink. I'm special. Yeah, I'll just see if I can't find some nice minty balm somewhere in this town.
Well, if it isn't the Warden Commander. How have you been? I suppose congratulations are in order. And you. I hear the Darkspawn are not retreating as they should. It sounds like the Wardens have their hands full. I'd offer to help, but I'm afraid my presence is required elsewhere. The College of the Magi is convening in Cumberland, and I must attend. Hopefully, all this will blow over before it's begun. But you have enough on your mind as it is. I shan't trouble you with this further. Very well. Then perhaps you should know that something stirs within the fraternities. The Libertarians wish to pull away entirely from the Chantry. And if they get enough support...
Pull away entirely? That's madness. I hate Chantry oversight as much as the next mage, but they can't just decide to leave. This is a recipe for disaster.
Well, it could turn out to be nothing, but keep your ear to the ground anyway. Now, I have a great many preparations to make before I leave for Navarra. But perhaps there is something you can do for me. One of my colleagues, Ines, has spent the last few months in the Wending Wood. The Circle has been unable to reach her, given the trouble in the area. If you happen to find yourself in the wood on your travels, perhaps you could tell her about the meeting of the college. Oh, who knows, rooting around in the dirt for some obscure plant or other, most likely. She has a keen interest in gardening. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant botany. Hobbies and eccentricities aside, Ines is a well-respected mage and a voice of reason, something we could use on our side. But I can't waste any more time. Good luck to you, Warden Commander.
Yes.
May I help you? I am fortunate indeed that the Commander of the Grey has taken a personal interest in this matter. I'm sorry our note was vague, but Amaranthine is a hotbed of Maleficar activity. Details of who and what they were about would undoubtedly get back to them. Apostates and Maleficarum are all too common across the nation, alas. I have worked with an artist to create these sketches of the three suspects. If you could confront them and question them, you would be doing the Maker's work.
I'll do it.
Is anywhere safe? Anywhere at all? It's not like Karam to be gone this long. I was sure I would find him at the inn. You must follow the example of Andraste and reflect upon the chant of light. Your friends and neighbors would do well to heed this lesson and join us. Have you delivered your annual tithe to the Chantry, sir? You may be overdue.
I'm off.
Templars. Bloody everywhere. Must stay sharp.
Must keep calm, keep normal. Yes, everything
I think that's
is
where the
fine.
phylacteries are. It's probably
Yes.
guarded.
Let's wipe him out quick. Going. Oh! Good work.
No guards? Maybe they don't want to draw attention to the cache. Could we be that lucky?
Going. All right.
And here I almost believed the infamous Anders wouldn't take the bait.
Ha! Yes. I suppose I should have known it would be you.
You made a poor choice with this one, Commander. Anders will never submit, not to us and not to you. So far, yes. I'll make sure that this murderer is never a bother to anyone again.
What? No, you can't arrest me! King Alistair allowed my conscription.
The Chancellor's authority supersedes the Crown in this matter. You cannot hide within the Grey Warden's ranks. Hardly surprising. The Grey Wardens have ever been a haven for criminals and Maleficar. I do not know how you inspire such loyalty, Anders, but it will avail you naught. Now you come with us.
Yes.
Hurting yet? I wonder if Nemea knew about this. I guess it doesn't really matter. Thank you. You stood by me, and I appreciate that. I suppose there are worse things than being needed. Anyhow, let's go before someone else rushes in to waggle a finger at us.
Your wish is my command.
Lizard eyes? Perhaps a heart? Yes, heart's blood.
I'm just going to assume that something died in your mouth.
Funny story. Dwarf attacks mage, dwarf wins.
Yeah, I noticed how you pissed in your armor in that last fight. Well done.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
All right.
It figures, actually. There used to be another statue here. It was of Byron Howe, my great-uncle. He died in the rebellion, helping King Merrick reclaim his throne. Yet his statue is gone. All because of what my father did. It truly is. There's a long line of heroes in my family. The Howes have been around since Callan had. Now it's all gone. And for what? For being on the wrong side of the war? For choosing poorly? Maybe you're right. I wish I knew exactly how. I wonder what happened to the old statue. Likely propping up the side of a chantry or something. Poor Al Byron. Yeah, statues of her pigeons. I don't want to look at it.
Give shelter to the weary, and lift up the weak. In time, the Maker will see and smile upon your deeds.
Whoa, what?
Going.
Bloody everywhere. Must stay sharp.
You bloody bastard! You won't catch me!
Yes.
Let's see what your innards look like.
By the power in my blood, you will suffer for what you have done to my apprentices.
I'll show you why they disappeared!
All right.
to the rescue.
Yes. Have at you then. Nice try.
To battle!
What do you need?
Going.
All right. I'm off.
We need supplies. My children are hungry.
Ah, can you smell that? That is the smell of freedom. It comes complete with the smell of dogs and dust, but the freedom is in there too. I escaped from the tower 7 times. After the last time, they put me in solitary confinement for a year. Eventually, I'm sure they would have branded me a Maleficar, true or not, and executed me. They're not murderers. They only kill mages when they can prove we're dangerous, for the good of all. The problem is that mages are tolerated, barely. It's like you need permission to be alive. There's nothing a mage can do to prove himself. Everyone needs to be protected from you. The end. That's good. Why aren't you in charge of everything again? All I want is a pretty girl, a decent meal, and the right to shoot lightning at fools. Does it also come with suspicion, condemnation, and the loss of all personal freedom? Never mind me. Now and again I recall that I'm not sitting in a cell and I have to smile, that's all.
Any luck with the smugglers? That house has been locked up for years. To think that all this time it's been hiding the entrance. There will surely be someone on guard. Where there's a guard, there's a key. If you can find a way into the hideout, the smugglers won't have a chance. Good luck, Commander.
I'm off.
What are you doing here? You're not one of the city guard. Oh, you're the warden who's helping out. In that case, make yourself at home.
All right.
As you wish. I'll take care of it.
Going. Yes.
Greetings, Warden Commander. I see you've undertaken some of the jobs posted on our board here. I knew you looked helpful.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings.
Samuel! Groundskeeper Samuel. Is that you?
Who? Maker's breath. If it isn't little Nate. I'd know that face anywhere.
Groundskeeper, I am overjoyed that you stayed on. Please, do you know how my brother died? And my sister? I was in the Free Marches.
Your brother died in the war. And Lady Delilah, don't you know? She isn't dead, son. Not that I know of. Last I heard, she married a storekeep in Amaranthine. Don't know which one. Poor girl.
Did you hear that? My sister is alive. I knew about my mother and heard my brother might be dead. I suppose I just assumed that Delilah was dead too. Could we ask around the shops next time we're in Amaranthine? Thank you. I would be interested to know just what happened to her.
Oh, look at the cute little kitty. There was a mouser in the tower named Mr. Wiggums. Only company I had when the Templars locked me up. Miss that beast a lot sometimes. But I can't keep a cat. We fight darkspawn for a living. I suppose. Well, I'll keep him just for a while, until I find somewhere safer. Is that okay with you, kitty? I'll call you Sir Pounce-a-lot. You can stay in my pack. Just for a little while, yes?
The whole quiet and stoic thing must get you a lot of action, huh?
I take it you're an admirer, Ogren.
What? No. No. Well, not unless... No!
Good. Then I needn't worry about getting too drunk at camp.
Okay, I like you, just not in that way.
You know, I'm actually not the first How to be a Grey Warden. Following in my grandfather's footsteps, more like. His name was Padric Howe. He joined the Order before it returned to Ferelden just after the war. Never contacted his family again. Just vanished. Now that I know about the joining, I think he died. I know that now. Father always said he was a horrible man for abandoning the family to join a pointless cause. I grew up ashamed of my grandfather. But now I see his bravery. That will take some getting used to. My father often forgot that nobility has another meaning. I told you that the bow you gave me was my grandfather's, didn't I? Thank you for that. At any rate, we should probably get back to it. There are darkspawn to kill, I'll bet. Somewhere.
So what would you do if you didn't have to be a Grey Warden? Is it? You've never thought about it? Does nobody ever leave the Wardens? You can run, but you can't hide? I think I've heard that before. I've never liked the idea of being trapped somewhere, to be honest. It reminds me of the Circle. After my 7th escape attempt, you'd think they'd have given me credit for trying. No. I'm just happy to be away from the Circle. One thing at a time. The only thing I ever missed about the Circle was that cat, to be honest. Mr. Wiggums. He wasn't my cat, he was the tower's mouser. But he took a liking to me. There were days when that stupid cat was the only person I saw. Except for it not being a person. Still, I liked him. Poor Mr. Wiggums. He became possessed by a rage demon, but he did take out 3 Templars. I was never more proud. A toast to Mr. Wiggums. Don't you agree, Sir Pouncelot? Who's a good kitty? You are. Ooh, yes, you are.
You need anything, Commander?